on first down. This is McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Here's Newton now on second down. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They give him a gain of 38. They'll run for it with Anderson. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. C.J. Anderson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Detroit getting set to go now. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Castle now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Out to the flat for Reddick. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Deshaun Hall. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Lions on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Carolina getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On the ball. 20.
From the end zone, Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And Olsen over the middle. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Newton. Over the middle to Smith. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep for the Lions, it's Golden Tate. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Castle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a second down. A shotgun snap for Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Well blown. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. On the tackle, it's Captain Munnerlyn.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now Castle. He's going to sling this deep downfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Golden. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air. And then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Now Newton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Nick Ballore coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
20. Hey.
Newton now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Glover Quinn. Shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now a carry for Blunt. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. Castle now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run it here with Blunt. And he stopped immediately there. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
He'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw here. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they'll go on the ground. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Single. I got 15.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Gano for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught at the 25. A big play on 3rd down for the Lions. 52 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Mort rumbling with a 1st down and more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. LeGarrette Blount with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And the Panthers coming out now. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Play action. It's Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devon Kennard in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Hey. Gun.
They fake the give. Newton. And he's going to go down again. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now it's Tate. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Newton's going to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Newton. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. So he was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now, Barney. Set. Blue, left.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for the Lions. 61 yards.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Theo Riddick there. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He's back to throw. Caught right side, Tate. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Coverage there by Kevon Seymour. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Castle. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
Come on now.
National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Panthers, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Lions, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.